What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you're having a fabulous Thanksgiving weekend. And are you doing any special Black Friday, Happy Cyber Monday special shopping here? Are you doing online shopping? Let me know your thoughts here in the comments section. Also, we're going to be doing a special kind of trivia question in this video where you could win money directly from me in this video. So make sure to watch all the way to the end and you'll be able to enter into that in this video. Yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about our Thanksgiving. So, yeah, we just got back from Disney and we got sick at the end of the trip. Yeah, so you ever hear about those, crowds where, thousands and thousands of people? Yeah, well, we got sick. So, my wife's actually pretty hammered. Um, I was pretty sick the day we were the day we were leaving and the day or the day before we were leaving. So, apparently somebody at the park got us sick. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, there's tens of thousands of people at these parks, right? And Julian was sick. He bounced back really, really quickly. This is like the fourth time he's been sick since preschool started. So I'm getting better for sure. Still a little achy. I get the aches when I'm sick, and I get a little bit of the congestion and the phlegm. But my wife's she's being hit harder. I have a good immune system, so does I think Julian's got the same immune system as me, but she's feeling it pretty badly. So nonetheless, our Thanksgiving did not happen. Yeah, so we were supposed to go over my wife's parents today, and then we were going to have my parents come over tomorrow, and my brother come over tomorrow, and then kind of have a mixed thing tomorrow. That's not going to happen because we don't want to get anybody sick. So our Thanksgiving is canceled. Yeah, so I think my they're gonna drop some turkey off for us, maybe, and leave it at the door. Don't even come in because we don't want to get anybody sick. Um, yeah, so our Thanksgiving is canceled. Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes things happen. You just gotta roll with the punches. So my wife's a little bit emotional. She's not feeling well. So thoughts and prayers. Um, for everybody out there and my wife. Yeah, Julian's bouncing off the walls as usual. He's still got some sniffles and stuff, but he's just 100% rearing ready to go already. Yeah, so one of those special Thanksgivings for us. I don't know, maybe we'll do a family get together or something in a few days, but yeah. Also, that was part of the reason why we didn't do a morning video. Um, yeah, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Let me know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving, or actually just hold on to that for the trivia question, which isn't really a trivia question, but you guys will get that here in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, so this year we saw Thanksgiving meals 20% more expensive than last year. Yeah, so not really a good thing. Farmers are working hard to meet growing demands for food, both here in the US and globally, while facing rising prices for fuel, fertilizer, and other inputs. So, on average, Thanksgiving meals 20% more expensive than last year. Remember here that both it was Aldi and Walmart reduced their prices on Thanksgiving turkey and Thanksgiving stuffing and Thanksgiving accessories back to it was Walmart for last year and Aldi for prices for a couple years ago. So they kind of basically took a loss on some of their items to help out consumers. Remember these stores make a lot of money, so it was kind of their way of giving back a little bit of stimulus their own kind of little stimulus program. Let me know if you kind of got in on that little rebate program here, or if you're getting in on a Black Friday or something like that here going forward. But that was kind of nice to see from some of these programs or some of these stores here going forward. But yeah, it kind of feels like this is the new normal. I don't know if these prices are going to go back down or they're just going to stay high. It almost kind of feels like these are just the new norm. I mean, we are starting to see some things go down, like mortgage prices starting to go down a little bit, but that's because they've gone up so high. Mortgage rates have dropped about a 0.5%, and mortgage home prices are starting to drop. But again, that's because they've gone up so high, so high. We're also starting to see gas prices drop here. You could see here from CNBC, you'll pay less for gas over the holidays as prices continue to slide. Here's how much a gallon costs in your state. Well, it's going to take too long to go over each additional state here, but we are starting to see gas keep slowly go down here. Here's the national average of gas prices. You can see that they're coming down actually pretty well right now. So a week ago, it was the national average gas price was 372. Now it's 358. So gas prices have dropped 14 cents in a week. That's a pretty good amount for a 1 week drop, 14 cents in 1 week. So hopefully that continues. Hopefully that continues. We're actually seeing diesel drop here as well, which is surprising considering the diesel shortage. Remember, diesel is just absolutely sky high. So diesel a week ago 342. It's now I'm sorry 342. I wish it was 342. 534. Boy, that was a tongue slip. 534. Now it's 525. So it's dropped 9 cents, which is better than no 9 cents or no nonsense, right? Um, so we are dropping a little bit, but man, look at the cost difference between regular and diesel. And remember that diesel takes less refining than regular gas, but boy, are they gouging the ever loving crap out of us on diesel. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's almost $2 more a gallon for diesel. And remember that diesel, even if you don't buy a drop of diesel in your lifetime, it really is costing the American consumer because it's built in everything you buy. The cost of food, that 20% more you're paying for Thanksgiving dinner, or that the cost of food that's up about 13% more overall, a lot of it's because of diesel. Every piece of food you buy is because of diesel, has to get shipped via semi trucks and refrigerated trucks that use diesel. Okay, look at that. Almost $2 more a gallon diesel. Okay. And yeah, it's ridiculous here. And the problem is that it just feels like this is going to continue forever, right? Like even when we see a little bit of reprieve on gas prices, you know what happens? Oh, there's a hurricane, or oh, there's a diesel shortage, or oh, something happened in the war in Ukraine, or oh, this, that, the other thing, and they find another reason to spike gas price. Remember that, we have only around 25 days or so of supply of diesel. Remember, they're producing more diesel every day, but the amount they're producing is being used every day as well. So we're on razor thin amounts of diesel left in our country. And it literally could just, something bad could happen and we'd be out of diesel. In fact, there are areas in Europe that are basically on 0 days supply of diesel. I mean, this is an absolute nightmare, right? And this is part of the reason why these oil gas companies are just like making off like bandits. And OPEC and OPEC companies or OPEC countries they cut the supply, they cut the amount they're producing by 2 million barrels a day so that they can raise the price. So they're cutting production so that they can keep the price high. And they're playing a dangerous game here. They're playing a dangerous game. So they're producing less so they can keep the price high so they can charge more for everything. It keeps the price high on food. It keeps the price high on everything, goods and pretty much everything you buy. And the problem is that we're dangerously short on diesel and fuel supplies, and it's a very very especially in a time of war. Like imagine if we see these threats from North Korea, we see these threats from Putin, we see these threats from Russia. Like imagine if one of these threats actually happened, and then all of a sudden we are at war, or Europe's at war, not just Ukraine and Russia. And all of a sudden, all that diesel was needed. And we're like, oh, we only have 25 days worth of diesel. We don't have enough to supply the entire military. Oh, well, sorry. All the OPEC plus nations and everything, they wanted to cut production by 2 million barrels a day. I mean, this is a very dangerous game that the oil companies and the oil countries, Saudi Arabia, and all these people are playing. Yeah, you can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Also, Elon Musk, the new owner of Twitter, says, quote, he's well, uh, opening the gates of hell. Musk says he will revive banned accounts. The Twitter chief says he will reinstate suspended accounts that were suspended for harassment, abuse, and misinformation next week. You guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. Elon Musk plans to reinstate nearly all previously banned Twitter accounts, to the alarm of activists and online trust and safety experts. So Twitter's going to kind of be a free-for-all. After posting a Twitter poll asking, should Twitter offer a general amnesty to suspended accounts, provided that they have not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam, in which 72.4% of respondents voted yes, Musk declared amnesty begin next week. The poll garnered more than 3 million votes. In comparison, when he reinstated Trump, that poll garnered over 15 million votes, and that was only a 52 to 48% vote. Very, very close vote. The mass return of users who have been banned for such offenses as violent threats, harassment, abuse, and misinformation would have a significant impact on the platform, experts said. And many question how such a resurrection would be handled, given that it's unclear what Musk means by egregious spam and the difficulty of separating out users who have broken the law, which vary widely by jurisdiction and county. Apple and Google need to seriously start exploring booting Twitter off the App Store, said a clinical instructor at Harvard Law Cyber Law Clinic. Said, quote, what Musk is doing is essentially dangerous for various marginalized community. It's like opening the gates of hell in the terms of havoc it will cause. People who engaged in direct targeted harassment can come back and engage in doxing, targeting, harassment, vicious bullying, calls for violence, celebration of violence. I can't even begin to state how dangerous this will be. This comes before this announcement. Half of Twitter's top 100 advertisers has pulled out of the platform since Elon Musk's takeover. So 50 out of their top 100 major advertisers These are Fortune 500 companies have pulled their advertising before this announcement. So this announcement could make even more companies say, enough is enough. We can't have this, or we can't advertise on a platform like this. So we'll see what happens. But we've already seen, you could see the headline right here from Business Insider. Um, 50 of Twitter's top 100 advertisers have already left. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want when you own a company, which he now owns it. But major advertisers can also do the same. Major companies like Coca-Cola, huge, massive companies. Also, as you can see here, Biden's step towards allowing student loan discharge in bankruptcy is a step in the right direction. Director of New Student Loan Documentary says, but the devil is always in the details. The Education and Justice Departments on Thursday issued new guidance on bankruptcy for student loan borrowers. Though it's a step in the right direction, it may not be a real fix. Student debt has been making headlines due to Biden's administration's new one-time cancellation initiative currently held up by the courts. But according to a new director of a new documentary, Lone Wolves, that's under discussion of the student loan debt cancellation impacting 43 million borrowers, currently two words inserted into a 90s law making it nearly impossible for borrowers to declare bankruptcy over student loan debt, the words undue hardship. Zeff, who worked as a senior aide for 3 years under Senator Chuck Schumer and senior policy for Attorney General, has spent the greater part of the last 6 years researching student loans, bankruptcy, and the undue hardship clause, which means a judge must determine the borrower has made a good faith effort to repay the debt but can't maintain a minimal standard of living, and the circumstances likely won't improve. Few borrowers, even those struggling with cancer and debilitating epilepsy, are able to discharge their student loans under the undue hardship standard, which is a more strict requirement than discharging other debts, including credit cards, gambling debts, or collection agency accounts. Last week, the Department of Education and Justice Department issued new guidance regarding bankruptcy for student loan borrowers in an effort to make overwhelming debt easier to get rid of. The new rules may not be the fix it promises to be. It's certainly a step in the right direction. And I'm really glad this is a conversation that has made its way to the president's desk. The Biden administration's new guidance seeks to clarify the factors necessary to meet the undue hardship standard by taking into account a borrower's current and future ability to pay, as well as a good faith effort to make payments. Though the new guidance may prove helpful for some, the criteria is still somewhat subjective and not codified into law, meaning they may be disregarded by the next administration if a law is not passed. It's also possible that they may be able to get rid of the undue hardship law as well. So I will keep you up to date here on this. Also, here to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving is our beautiful baby boy here, Snowy. What do you want to say, Snowy? Do you want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody? Yeah, okay, so for today's trivia question, I want to just do things a little bit differently here. So I told you guys our Thanksgiving story here today. Yeah, not quite the the happy Thanksgiving we were hoping for. But instead of a Thanksgiving trivia question for you guys today, to be entered into the trivia question today, all you need to do is tell us one of two things. Either tell us about your Thanksgiving this year, or tell us your most interesting Thanksgiving story that you've ever had, or your most memorable Thanksgiving you've ever had, or your warmest Thanksgiving memory. So you can either tell us your most memorable Thanksgiving story ever. Do you have something to say? Or like maybe you have a interesting Thanksgiving story. You think about like those Christmas movies with the guy with the RV with Chevy Chase. Maybe you have a Thanksgiving story like that. But yeah, so if you have a story like that, please comment down below, or you can just tell us about your current Thanksgiving, what you did, and we'll pick a couple people at random. So yeah, so you can tell us about your Thanksgiving or any memorable stories you had in the past, and we will pick a couple winners at random. Yep. So make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel down below. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos. We're going to be picking a bunch of winners here as well going forward, or new trivia questions as well. We got Christmas coming up, Hanukkah, all sorts of things. We're going to be giving away a bunch of money as well for that. In fact, I haven't really even got to pick winners for the last several trivia questions because we've been sick and we were traveling for Disney. And so don't worry, I still have to pick a bunch of people for that yet. I know I'm a little bit behind, but don't worry, I'm still going to pick a bunch of people for that yet. We're just behind because we've been sick and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be contacting a few people here in the next like day or so and all the good stuff. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you guys. You guys are a part of our family here, our extended family. Thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos, and I'll keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. You can click here to watch my newest video next, and you can click here to watch my newest video on Social Security updates. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.